New AP Men's Basketball Top 25. Syracuse could play two borderline poll teams this week. Syracuse, New York. Syracuse will play its two toughest opponents of the 2024-25 season this week when the men's basketball team travels to Brooklyn to face Texas, and then either Texas Tech or St. Joseph's. Both of those teams are hanging on the border being ranked in this week's AP poll. Texas Tech is essentially the first team out, and Texas got some votes in the poll. The Orange play Texas Thursday at 7 in Brooklyn. They play either Texas Tech or St. Joseph's in their second game. Here's the latest AP poll, followed by the ballot I turned in on Sunday. Team, record, total points, number of no. 1 votes in parentheses. 1. Kansas, 4-0. 1509. 49. 2. UConn, 3-0. 1416. 7. 3. Gonzaga, 3-0. 1397. 2. 4. Auburn, 3-0. 1370. 3. 5. Iowa State, 2-0. 1184. 0. 6. Purdue, 4-0. 1172. 0. 7. Houston, 2-1. 1091. 0. 8. Alabama, 3-1. 1084. 0. 9. Kentucky, 3-0. 1009. 0. 10. North Carolina, 2-1. 969. 0. 11. Tennessee, 4-0. 942. 0. 12. Duke, 3-1. 914. 0. 13. Baylor, 3-1. 765. 0. 14. Creighton, 4-0. 722. 0. 15. Marquette, 4-0. 630. 0. 16. Indiana, 3-0. 573. 0. 17. Arizona, 2-1. 437. 0. 18. Cincinnati, 3-0. 412. 0. 19. Wisconsin, 4-0. 370. 0. 20. Arkansas, 2-1. 313. 0. 21. Florida, 4-0. 302. 0. 22. St. John's, 4-0. 270. 0. 23. Texas A&M, 3-1. 233. 0. 24. Rutgers, 3-0. 143. 0. 25. Illinois, 3-0. 116. 0. Others receiving votes: Texas Tech 109, Mississippi 103, Xavier 89, BYU 27, UCF 21, Texas 17, VCU 17, Michigan Street 16, Mississippi Street 15, Ohio Street 13, Miami 10, Pittsburgh 9, Oregon 7, Memphis 6, Penn Street 4, Providence 4, Utah Street 3, Kansas 3, Clemson 2, Furman 2, Arizona 2, Michigan 1, Austria 1, Maryland 1. Figuring out a ballot each week is mostly a difficult endeavor. Early in the season is particularly tough because most good teams open with what should be pretty easy games. There are exceptions, of course. Some of the heavyweights have already tested themselves. Good for them, and good for watchers of the game. But deciding which team was better in 30-point blowout games against inferior competition is nearly impossible. Alas, that's what we're tasked to do. Kentucky's win over Duke was an interesting development this week, and I know everybody seems sold on Iowa State, and they're probably good. But the Cyclones played 2 games against not-so-great teams and beat both by a lot of points. I'm reserving serious judgment until they get tested. Very soon they'll play Auburn and Marquette in successive games, and then we'll know a lot more about that team. I dropped Wake Forest from my ballot and added Pittsburgh at no, 25. Again, no idea how good exactly Pitt is at this point. But the Panthers are annihilating teams right now. The latest carnage, a 24-point home win against rival West Virginia. Oh, so here's the battle I turned in Sunday. 1. Kansas. 2. Auburn. 3. Gonzaga. 4. UConn. 5. Tennessee. 6. Purdue. 7. Houston. 8. Kentucky. 9. Duke. 10. Alabama. 11. Creighton. 12. Iowa State. 13. Marquette. 14. North Carolina. 15. Baylor. 16. St. John's. 17. Cincinnati. 18. Indiana. 19. Texas A&M. 20. Mississippi State. 21. Arizona. 22. Florida. 23. Wisconsin. 24. VCU.